the second game of the doubleheader, Defence Force and Central Soccer World. So it might be a case of David and Goliath, as Central Soccer World, although they won last week a 1-0 win over Moruga, they are coming up against a team with over 22 league titles. Defence Force would have been winning leagues in Trinidad and Tobago since the 70s. They have won the TT Pro League, the National League, dating back to 1974, 24 league titles in all. And if you count the titles they would have won by the regiment, there can easily be about 27 league titles. Of course, Defence Force also winning the Champions League. Back then it is a CONCACAF Champions Cup twice, in 1978 and 1985. Defence Force certainly a top team, the most successful team in Trinidad and Tobago football history. Let's give you the rundown of the players. Aaron Enel in the back, Rodel Elcock, Jelani Felix, Brent Sam with some national experience, Jamil Boatswain, Curtis Gonzalez, former national player, and let me don't say former, but he of course is also a player with international experience, Rian Moore, Justin Garcia, Jamil Cooper, Dylan King and Kevin Goddard. That's the starting lineup for the Defence Force. And of course, let me go through the score for Central Soccer World, who beat Moruga 1-0 last week right here through a goal from Moses Jaikaran. Neil Benjamin, Nicholas Dillon, Ryan Frederick, Philip John. This time we have Byrne coming into Theophilus Byrne coming into the starting lineup. Michael Alexander, Kevin Williams, Isaiah Williams, he's the goalkeeper, the former under-17 national goalkeeper. Kemuel Rivers, Anthony Paris and Leon Wiley. So we're not seeing the goal scorer Jaikaran Moses Jaikaran in the starting lineup. Of course, we must expect to see him sometime coming off the bench. So it's a goalless game here between Defence Force and Central Soccer World. The Central Soccer World currently on 3 points via the Jaikaran's goal last week in the 2nd minute in that encounter. He's not starting this time as Defence Force with a corner. The mighty Defence Force, one of only 21 club teams in the world to score the coveted treble, and only one of 3 teams in CONCACAF to score the treble, winning the National League, the main knockout title in the National Domestic Cup, and of course the continental title that they would have won. Back then it was called a Champions Cup, CONCACAF Champions Cup. Of course, Central Sports World's resume would pale in compared to the mighty Defence Force, but David did strike down Goliath back in Bible times, so it's not impossible for Central Soccer World to strike Defence Force. And they would have shown what they can do last week when they beat Moruga 1-0. Defence Force will build from the back. Defence Force coached by the head coach is Lloyd Andrews, the assistant coaches Hudson Charles and Devin Elcock. And of course, Central Soccer World head coach Randolph Boyce, and he has Leroy Davis and Odessa Chandler in support on the bench. This is Brent Sam. Brent Sam going back in the middle of the park, goes all the way back to Curtis Gonzalez for Defence Force. Goddard looking to go forward. Jamil Cooper back to Goddard. The ball getting a deflection, so still coming down to tall figure of Sam. Another player with international experience, having played a few times for the Trinidad and Tobago Soca Warriors. And look at some of the supporters. Curtis Gonzalez, the captain for Defence Force. Goddard looking for Sam, finds Sam. Here comes Central Soccer World. Central Soccer World with a few players formerly of from Club Sando. Some experienced players on their lineup as well. So the name Central Soccer World may not be experienced, but individually there are some experienced players. Players of rich pedigree. And it's a goal here for Defence Force. They opened the scoring early in the 7th minute through the number 9 Boatswain. Jamil Boatswain puts Defence Force 1-0 early. So Defence Force forcing early strike. Getting the ball and clinically finishing that like a typical number 9. Taking over from the likes of Devon Jostling, Richard Roy, and these players would have done so in the recent past. So Defence Force leading Central Soccer World 1-0, and of course Central Soccer World, that's the first goal they would have conceded because they beat Moruga 1-0 last week right here at the Arima Velodrome. Kevon Williams back on his feet. Good to see that he's okay. Defence Force last won the TT Pro League back in 2013, the last of the 24 league titles. And if you include the regiment titles they would have won in the 60s and 70s, then you can add 7-3 to 27. Cross coming in, but not really in, it was behind the goal. Defence Force leading 1-0. Boatswain scoring in the 7th minute. Waddell Elcock going back to the goalkeeper. Bone just trying to put Curtis Gonzalez under some pressure. The long ball looking for Brent Sam, but he needed to be He needed to be Usain Bolt to get that ball. Looking for Bourne, but reaching Nicholas Dillon. But here comes defense force. Oh, it's a foul on Jamil Cooper. Falling to ground, taking the contact. He's back on his feet. So several players behind the ball for defense force. Jelani Felix, Brent Sam, Dylan King. But eventually they leave it to the captain Curtis Gonzalez, the centre back for defense force. They have some height and a good header. It's a good save. Defense force getting another effort on goal. Well saved by the goalkeeper Isaiah Williams, a former national under 17 goalkeeper, who had a good game last week against Maruga FC, the game in which they won 1-0. Rensam. Defense force with another free kick going their way. Defense force drawing last week against the Terminex Lahokita Rangers. Now Rangers went on to win their game yesterday, a 4-2 win over Police, and they are on 4 points. Defense force can join them on 4 points. If they complete this victory, they can go on 4 points, just 2 points behind Kunupe FC. We have just seen them beat Central FC. They are on 6 points. Or Central Soccer World can complete the comeback and win, and if they do so, they can join Kunupe on 6 points. But we are still more than 78 minutes away. Defense force leading 1-0, sorry. Kind of looking at the number 45 for defense force, Dylan King. Going back to the captain, Curtis Gonzalez. We're looking for the long ball. Trying to find Rian Moore. Another corner for defense force. They look to swing it in with his right foot. Knocked away. There's Brent Sam looking to get a ball in his right, looking to get a ball inside, but blocked for another corner. Brent Sam. Defense force carries a long, rich, impressive history. I mentioned before, one of 21 teams in the world, clubs in the world, to win the coveted treble. So they're in company in the likes of Manchester United and Inter Barcelona teams would have won the domestic league cup and the continental title twice. Defence Force would have won the Champions Cup once all by themselves, and the second a three-way tie. Dominated the Carib National League era, but since the professional league era, titles have been slow in coming, as more of the teams would have got professional. But this is an effort across the face of the goal. There's a shot, but over the bar. How did he miss that? Theophilus Bourne, the ball was there for him. All he had to do is knock it past the goalkeeper, Aaron Enel, but he passed it hit it over the bar. In fact, that's number 19. Nicholas Dillon. So apologies to Bond. Dillon had the goal at his mercy, but blasted it over the bar. So Central Soccer World had a golden opportunity to equalize. Central Soccer World looking to start something here. This is number 8, Ryan Frederick, the captain. Here comes Defence Force. Rian Moore just turning away from his man, is using his support. Kevin Goddard. Goddard going back in defense, goes all the way back to Enel. Enel in goal. Defence Force with the cushion of the 1-0 lead. They are just knocking the ball around the back and taking their time. Goes all the way across. Cooper has some defenders on his back, trying to turn but loses out. And they gave away a corner. That's not in the script, I am sure. Kemel Rivers, Jamali Cooper looking to put the ball across, but good defending. This is Sam. Danger not averted. Sam just losing his footing a bit. This is Goddard. Goddard looking, but the intended target lost his footing. So this is the goalkeeper, former under-17 goalkeeper, Isaiah Williams. Defence Force, we're in the 19th minute. They're already leading 1-0. A goal scored by their number 9, Jamil Boatswain, in the 7th minute of play. Second ball! This is Brent Sam cutting inside with his left, but a shot that going wide, no deflection, it's gone straight over the goal line, so a goal kick. So Defence Force showing why they are the reigning champions. So in addition to the 24-27 league titles, you can add the first edition of the Ascension League reigning champions, Defence Force. I neglected to mention earlier. Of course, the most successful team in Trinidad and Tobago football history. Produced the likes of Kerry Jameson, Angus Eve, who is now the national coach, Carlos Edwards, Ross Russell himself, Clayton Ince. A lot of national players came through Defence Force roster. This is Brent Sam, another such example. But a ball intended for Boatswain was shielded by the defense. Anthony Paris. Ball falling towards Neil Benjamin. So Central's soccer will change in tactics in terms of personnel. The goal scorer who scored a winner last week, Moses Jaikaran, is on the bench. He starts on the bench today. As we are seeing some Defence Force supporters. If you did know better, you wouldn't think that they were leading. A battle between not Rivers, but Anthony Paris and Jamil Cooper. Cooper with the infringement. Paris. Turning there was Ryan Frederick. And the ball is falling fast forward. And what is this? Well, the referee's assistant flag was up anyway, so Kevin Williams would get away. But still, you need to do better than that. He was in an offside position anyway, but still, look at that. It looked like a NASA rocket taking off there. I didn't know we had space travel in Trinidad. Defence Force looking for another attack, but that ball was way overweighted. Brent Sam couldn't get that with a 9-foot pole. Boatswain didn't get a ball because the defense of Central Soccer World made sure of it. Going back to the goalkeeper, Isaiah Williams. He has Paris in support. He doesn't use Paris. Neil Benjamin, who starts ahead of Moses Jaikaran. Here comes Defence Force. Ball looking for Brent Sam. Again, an overweighted pass. I don't know if they are seeing Brent Sam as a 10-foot player, but most of he's been getting balls coming his direction. We need to use a step ladder to get some of those deliveries. Defence Force leading. We're in the 24th minute. Here comes Central Soccer World. They are trailing this time. They haven't trailed this season because they won 1-0. A ball directed in but not out of danger, and another woeful shot. Another woeful shot. This time it looked like the number 18. Yes, it is. Theophilus Byrne. So Byrne did not get to keep his composure. Tried his left-footed effort. This is Goddard. Goddard collecting the ball again as he approaches the center of the park. Here comes Defence Force. A good battle, and he's brought down. That's Jamil Cooper, but the referee says no, wave it. He waves. This is Goddard. Goddard looking to go over his man, but he didn't get to go over. Good defending from Nicholas Dillon. Defense Force leading 1-0 in the 25th minute of play. This is Ascension football action right at the Arima Velodrome. A long ball searching for Brent Sam, but didn't get past the front door. Here comes Defense Force again. There is some space opening up here. The shot, but just wide. So Rian Moore needed more direction. Look at the replay. The shot from Moore. His radar needs some tweaking. Central Soccer World seeing a different kettle of fish. Last week, 1-0 win over Moruga FC, who will play Westfort in St. James on Sunday. It's a different kettle of fish. They're running straight into the most successful club team in Trinidad and Tobago, Defense Force. Paris looking for the long ball forward. And a ball intended for the number 10. This is Williams. Williams trying the ball across the park, and some good defending from Defense Force, forcing, but here comes a shot from their number 11. Oh, I must be number blind. But a shot from Central Soccer World nonetheless, going just wide of Defense Force goal. Goalkeeper Aaron Enel, certainly not as tall as some of the former Defense Force goalkeepers of the past, like Clayton Ince and Ross Russell. Don't want to say he's vertically challenged, but not vertically gifted. Goddard winning the battle, looking to create something for Defense Force. The free kick for Defense Force. No, it's for Central Soccer World as he turns away from his man. Has the support on the right. Couldn't get past the Defense Force jersey. A shot goes straight to Enel in Defense Force goal. No problems for Enel. Looking for Sam to Boatswain. Defense Force 2. Defense Force, a double from Boatswain. A good long ball from Enel. Some brilliant football, just 2 touches actually, from the goalkeeper to Sam, who brilliantly laid it on with his head to Boatswain, who completes the goal. So Defense Force leading 2-0, and certainly Central Soccer World, look at that. Good work from Sam. I don't think people really appreciated what Sam had done. Brilliant from Defense Force. It's now 2-0. Defense Force over Central Soccer World. So Soccer World from Central, whole different kettle of fish. Tomorrow's game between Moruga FC and Westfort. 2 teams would have lost their opening encounter, so it will be a very interesting game tomorrow, as both teams would want to get their first points of the tournament. Defense Force leading 2-0. We're in the 29th, well, the 30th minute of play. 29 minutes gone. Defense Force well on their way for 3 points here. They will go and they will join Lahokita Rangers on 4 points, and they will be the 2 behind Central Canupia from Central Canupia FC, who beat Central FC 3-1 in a game before this one at their Ima Velodrome. Curtis Gonzalez with a weak header. Boatswain going to ground. No whistle in his favor. Ball and played straight. Good work from the man on the bench, but this is a Central Soccer World looking for the number 19 and striker up front. Nicholas Dillon looking for Benjamin, but Benjamin wasn't in a position, and the referee's assistant flag has been up, but the referee with a whistle now acknowledges so Boatswain guilty, not beating the offside trap. .31 minutes gone. Defense Force leading 2-0 over Central Soccer World. Benjamin takes down. He has some support. He uses his number 10, Kevin Williams, on the far side. He has more support. This is Rivers cutting inside with his left foot. Using his support, he recollects the ball. Goes back to the central defender. Trying to start an attack on the right. Nicholas over the bar. Nicholas Dillon. He is getting some opportunities to hit some shots, but not taking them low enough. Every shot he would have hit so far would have been off target, not forcing a save out of Aaron Enel. Poorly taken goal kick, but of course he will get an opportunity now for the clearance, and the ball went straight back to the Enel. Enel with a long clearance. Oh, this time cleared away for a corner. Anthony Paris putting his team in a bit under some pressure with that attempted clearance. Allows Defense Force to win a corner. I don't know who is going for the ball. The ball cannot kick himself, but finally we are seeing the number 7 Felix for Defense Force going to take the corner. Tulani Felix for Defense Force. Partly cleared. Felix will get another chance to swing the ball into the box, but cleared again. This time Central Soccer World was trying to start the counter-attack. Benjamin, he has Kevin Williams calling for it, but he didn't call for that as the ball is overweighted and going for a through. Neil Benjamin in your picture. Central Soccer World changing some tactics. They decided to start last week's goal scorer, Moses Jaikaran, on the bench today. Of course, we can clearly see it isn't working, as Defence Force are leading 2-0 with 10 minutes to go in the first half. Sam with the attempted clear, but blocked. Going back to Curtis Gonzalez, who's looking for Boatswain, but needs to do better than that, as Rivers would just shield the ball as the ball would go. Well, not really shielding the ball anyway, the ball was in the air. He will take the corner, the throw, sorry. Rivers with a free kick this time. Nicholas Dillon was complaining. He says that he was pushed. All the way back to the goalkeeper for Central Soccer World, Isaiah Williams, Isaiah Williams using Paris looking to go forward, but infringement committed by Jamil Cooper. Central Soccer World will want to pull one back before the half-time whistle. Some confusion at the back for Central. Williams will try to settle things. Has Paris on the left. Try to send it long to Nicholas Dillon. Curtis Gonzalez would use Enel at the back. Defence Force leading 2-0, a double from Boatswain. Like a typical number 9. Goddard. Gonzalez looking to send Boatswain, but overweighted and easy for Isaiah Williams, but Boatswain was in an offside position anyway. Isaiah Williams already beaten twice, as we are looking at Rivers and Paris for Central Soccer World, as well, the infringement was for, the whistle was for an infringement, and Defence Force has a free kick in an interesting position. So of course Isaiah Williams will want to fix and make sure that his wall is well built. Looking for a concrete wall. Garcia is behind it. Several of the Defence Force players interested in this set piece. The 20-year-old Isaiah Williams, former Trinidad and Tobago national under 17 goalkeeper. In fact, he's still 19, in fact. And the deflection takes the ball over the goal line for a corner. Looking like Jelani Felix who will take the corner. Felix, designated corner kicker for Defence Force. Well defended. Back to Felix. Another cross, but a deflection. Plays it down. This is Boatswain looking to turn. Goddard. Switching across to Felix. The ball doesn't bounce kindly for him as he would go for a goal kick for Central Soccer World. Paris. Battle there. This is Rivers. Rivers has some space. He's looking to charge forward. Looking to send for Dylan, but Enel would benefit from a deflection that would lob the ball kindly for him. 40 minutes gone. In fact, 41 minutes gone. Defence Force leading Central Soccer World 2-0. The defending Ascension champions started the tournament with a goalless game against Rangers last week. Rangers went on to crush Police 4-2. They are now second on the table. That's on Rangers. Canupia, early leaders. Maximum 6 points. Defence Force can join Rangers on 4 points. They are halfway doing so. Well, almost halfway in doing so. They are leading 2-0 in the 42nd minute. A double from Boatswain. A typical number 9 for Defence Force. A ball intended for Williams. Curtis Gonzalez would cover. I don't know what he was thinking. Enel, the ball not going where he would have intended. Some pushing. Central Soccer World, their finishing has not been where they would have wanted it. They had some good looks at goal. This is Boatswain. Boatswain turning. He gets the whistle going his way. Goddard going wide. Felix searching for Boatswain, but didn't look good. Sam is trying to battle with Rivers. Here comes Nicholas Dillon, and the ball falls nicely, but Enel comes off his line. Goddard trying to turn away from his man. Felix going back. Boatswain losing out. Benjamin using his support. This is Rivers in the middle of the park. Uses Williams trying to get past his man Brent Sam, but he follows him. Defence Force holding on to a 2-0 cushion. Williams, this is Dillon, Nicholas Dillon. Ransom, the ball is falling. Ransom uses the turn to turn away from Rivers, but Paris goes to ground. The throw for defense force to be taken by Jamali Garcia. Some pushing, so a free kick for Central Soccer World. They are trailing 2-0. We're into stoppage time in the first half. Paris with a searching ball to Nicholas Dillon. And that's the whistle that would signify the end of the first half. Defense force leading 2-0. A double from their number 9, Jamil Boatswain. It's Defense Force 2, Central Soccer World 0. We await the highlights to relive some of the moments of the first half. Defense Force and Central Soccer World. So far, David is not winning the battle against Goliath, as Goliath, the Defense Force, comfortable leaders at half time. So Central Soccer World will go back into the dressing room, trying to come to terms and getting things in order. So they would want to bounce back in the second half. They had some of the good exchanges. It had some good looks at goal, but some of their shots went off into orbit. Not sure if they would have practiced their shooting over the past week, but some of the shots that they would have taken were woefully off target. Defense Force, as we look at some of the fans, this is the first goal from Defense Force. Boatswain getting the assist from Brent Sam. Then Sam having a hand in both goals, the 2 assists, because he would have laid off the second goal to Boatswain. So the Boatswain-Sam combination working very well. A good save from the former national under-17 goalkeeper. This is a shot. Nicholas Dillon had the goal to score, but oh my goodness, look at this other one. I told you I didn't know that we had space travel. Some defending from Central Soccer World, but this is the other goal. The pass from Sam, the Sam Boatswain combination doing quite well. So Boatswain with the 2 goals and the 2 assists from Sam. As we leave you here at half time, Defense Force leading Central Soccer World 2-1. Well, we are back here at the Arima Velodrome. It's Defense Force leading 2-0 over Central Soccer World. So Defense Force getting 2 goals from Boatswain. We are seeing here the entrance of Justin Sadu for Defense Force, the number 19. He comes into the field as the one change for Defense Force at the start of the second half. So Defense Force with a double from Boatswain. In your picture, typical number 9 taking over from Devon Jostling. This is Sadu, comes into the game immediately. Ball intercepted. Central Soccer World will want to find their way back into this game. Sadu looking for Brent Sam, but the defense not out of the woods as yet. So the change confirmed for Defense Force. Sadu replaces Dylan King. Benjamin battling, Neil Benjamin falling deep into the second half. This is Sam going back to, now it's with Felix. Sadu going back to Goddard going all the way back to the goalkeeper Enel. I don't know what he was thinking, trying to put Felix under some pressure. Needlessly gives the ball back to Central Soccer World. Wiley Leon. Defense Force with a partial clear out. There's a ball falls. A brilliant shot that was gone wide. Rivers had all the time in the world to do something better with that, but disappointing finish in the end. Defense Force still leading 2-0. That's Nicholas Dillon in the picture, who had a couple good chances falling to him in the first half, but he too made a mess of his chances. This is Brent Sam. Brent Sam changes direction, accelerates. He's trying to find Boatswain, but Sadu. Goddard is turning. He has Felix in support. He uses Felix. Try to go through 2. A strong tackle from Goddard, but the referee says no, and he awards a free kick to Central Soccer World. Not a good evening for the name Central in your name, because Central Soccer World, they are trailing 2-0, much like Central FC earlier, who would have lost 3-1 to Canupia FC. Soccer World trying to find the way back into this game. This is Sam bouncing off the ball now. Sam has Boatswain in the middle. He's confronted. He uses Seydou. Seydou tries to get a ball, but not a problem for Isaiah Williams. The rhythm section restarting. A throw for Defence Force. They are leading 2-0. 50 minutes gone. Benjamin gets past one. He has some green shirts waiting for him. Finds a yellow. Boatswain looking to free Sam. Boatswain. This is Neil Benjamin for Central Soccer World. He has some support. Mikel Alexander trying to battle but loses out to Defence Force. Shirt pulling for Mikel Alexander on Jelani Garcia. Boatswain trying to turn, looking for this for support in Goddard. Goddard goes back. Good turn. Looking for Boatswain, but Rivers came back for Central Soccer World. A battle there between Boatswain and Rivers. Ball coming across, aiming for Rian Moore, but needed more on that. This is Felix. This is Goddard going back to Garcia. Goddard turning away from Alexander. Alexander pursues him. Felix. Rian Moore. Boatswain got it knocked away. This is Alexander. Frederick falls to ground, wins the free kick. Illegal tackle from Defence Force. 53 minutes gone. Defence Force leading 2-0. Seydou would collect it again. This is Felix. Moore, Felix and Seydou just knocking the ball forward. Now to Boatswain to Moore. Goddard just in time, using his support, and he uses his help. Defence Force look to surge forward again. The ball aimed at Boatswain. Seydou. This is Rian Moore. More still, and he had it knocked away in the end. So Moore, I don't know what more he wanted. He had the chance to hit first time. Trying to get it on his favored foot. Look at the time he had. Wanting to cut that extra beat, and this is what the strikers need to learn. They must understand that defenders don't give you time, don't give you say, look, score. You had the chance to hit it past the goalkeeper. You wanted that extra beat, you wanted that extra dribble. Should have gone for the first time shot. So Ryan Moore needed to be more clinical. Should have been 3-0 defense force. But here comes Dylan. Run out of real estate, so it's a goal kick for defense force, who should have been up 3-0, but Ryan Moore wanted more time. Goddard has Felix in support. He looks for Seydou. We didn't find Seydou. Overweighted ball for Ryan Frederick. Goal kick for defense force. The cameraman seeing something of interest in the stands. A good shot, by the way. The rhythm section providing us with a festive spirit, festive atmosphere. Wiley Leon. Alexander looks for Benjamin. Benjamin needs extra help in getting it. He loses out. Here come defense force. This is Brentsam. This is Ryan Moore. They have switched sides. He switched sides with Brentsam actually. So Ryan Moore is now on the right side. Sam is on the left. And they have numbers 18 and 8 trying to confuse me. This is a battle between Benjamin and Goddard. Won by Benjamin. Some of the fans here enjoying the music and some football discussion. Some players warming up, some central players warming up behind their goal post of defense force, the goal they would want to be scoring in. And a ball, and a tipped over the bar by the goalkeeper, and something came out of almost nothing. Cheeky save by the goalkeeper on a corner for Central Soccer World. Rivers with a free kick. Dipping in the V's, as they would say. Benjamin with a corner as we back to live pictures. The whistle gone. For another corner in which Benjamin would take again. corner cannot describe, but here comes defense force. An attack on the left, on the right. But it has been brought to nothing. Here comes the ball intended for Dylan, but Felix will intercept. Back to the goalkeeper, Enel. Almost on the hour mark. Defense force still leading. Felix looking for Rian Moore. He finds Rian Moore, who is back on the left, who switched again with Brent Sam. Seydou looking for both Swain, but found a green shirt instead. Isaiah Williams with a long clearance back to his opposite number in defense force, Enel. Garcia to Williams, Curtis Gonzalez finding Sam. One hour gone, defense force leading 2-0. Central Soccer World, totally different game from last week, where they beat Moruga 1-0. Now we are seeing some movement on the Soccer World's bench. Looks like Jason Joseph is getting ready to come on, as well as last week's goal scorer, Moses Jaikaran. But here comes defense force. A shot saved by Isaiah Williams. So Jaikaran and Joseph would soon come on for Central Soccer World when the next time the ball goes out to play. Here comes defense force. Maybe they can score a third before the change is made. Not with that. A searching ball for the strikers, Benjamin and Dylan, but not good at all. This is Seydou. Seydou is turning like a top in the middle of the park, falling out to Felix. Felix just gives the ball to Central. So there's a change. Now Jaikaran, last week's goal scorer, he scored a winner in the second minute of play last week against Moruga. He now comes on in the 63rd. So he replaces Benjamin. Benjamin, who got a start ahead of him today. Don't understand why, but here comes Moses Jaikaran, who has about 27 minutes to score at least 2 to get Central Soccer World back on level terms with defense force. Jason Joseph would not come on now. He would come on at the next break as defense force gets ready to... Okay, he will come on now, in fact. Just trying to make sure the identified player for Central knows that he has to come off. So he replaces Kevin Williams. So Jason Joseph enters the playing area. He replaces Williams, and now Felix will take the free kick, going back to Curtis Gonzalez. Looking for more, but finds Seydou. Seydou looking to send both Swain, collects the ball on his chest, looking to turn, but turns right into Jason Joseph, and a tame shot. Tame shot with a... We held it easy by the keeper, Isaiah Williams, a former national under-17 player. He's only 19 years of age, in fact. The starting goalkeeper for Central Soccer World. Jason Joseph into the action immediately. Jaikaran also in the play. Ryan Frederick is playing in an advanced position along with Nicholas Dillon. Jason Joseph. The whistle goes in favor of Defence Force. So coach Randolph Boyce has to find a way for his team, who won 1-0 last week, to get on level terms somehow against Defence Force. Defence Force leading because of both Swain's double in the first half. 25 minutes and whatever added time for the stoppages in this game.
Sorry.
Jason Joseph. The ball comes across the face of the goal in the air, but overweighted and over the goal line for a goal kick for Central Soccer World, for Defence Force, sorry. Enel has to go back and retrieve the ball. Jaikaran, that's last week's goal scorer, comes into the game belatedly against Defence Force. A lot of time being wasted because of the goalkeeper having to retrieve the ball. There's no ball boys in these games.
White, orange, out. White, orange, out. Go, yes. Good.
Williams putting Enel under a bit of pressure. Sam confronted by two. That's Mikel Alexander and Rivers, I think.
Good. Up to the white, out, up to the red. Shuffle across, good. Yes, good.
Two for Defence Force. They are leading after 66 minutes, 67 minutes now. Seydou getting past one, trying to pass Alexander. Looking for Boatswain. He's a target man for Defence Force. Jason Joseph goes back. Skips past one. Looking to go past another. He's still in some danger, but Rivers trying to do too much. He does win the corner. It was like looking in a mirror for a moment. Jason Joseph has support on the right. Wiley to Jaikaran. Seydou. Oh, this is Jaikaran, but Defence Force just surviving. This is Jason Joseph looking for Frederick. Frederick trying to be cute, looking for Dillon. Seydou's tackled. Frederick has support. This is Rivers on the far side. Losing his footing there was Dillon at the worst possible time. This is Sam. Sam looking to cut inside his man, looking for the target man, which is Boatswain, but he's in an offside position. Jaikaran, Dillon Looking for Frederick. This is Felix. Felix looking to turn, but he put himself in a tangle and gives Central with another through. Another change for Central Soccer World. David Maloney is entering the game. He replaces number 18 Bourne, Theophilus Bourne. So Randolph Boys trying to inject some firepower for Central. They are trailing. They need 2 goals in 20 minutes. It's good to see football is back at the Arima Velodrome. Velodrome saw little action in the last few years with the emergence of the Atubolan Stadium, the Mani Ramjan Stadium, as well as the Larry Gomes Stadium, built over just about 20 years ago for the FIFA Under 17 World Cup in 2001, won by France that year. Good to see the Velodrome back in action. In the meantime, this is Central Soccer World. Central FC was beaten earlier 3-1 by Canupe FC. This is Rivers and Jason Joseph behind the ball for Central Soccer World. Kemal Rivers and Kemal Rivers with a free kick and a diving and Enel stretching all the way to his right, but it was a harmless free kick anyhow you take it. But they still win the corner as the goalkeeper got a touch on it. Over everyone, and a throw for defense force is awarded. Boatswain, the man behind the 2-goal cushion for defense force. Both goals assisted by Ransom. As Joan Belshazzar is getting ready to come in, a triple change by defense force. Joan Belshazzar, the experienced midfielder for defense force, with a 99 on his back. Another change, number 11 Dwight Quintero, and the number 14 Trevin Latapi. So we have a Dwight and a Latapi coming on. You know, anytime you hear Latapi associated with Trinidad and Tobago football, you tend to get excited. But this is Trevin Latapi and Dwight Quintero coming in. Imagine that, Dwight and Latapi coming on together. This is Jai Karan. David Maloney, too much running for him. Couldn't get that. A searching ball for Ryan Moore. Let's see what Ryan Moore can do with it here. And he searches for Sam. But the pass was overweighted as the defense for Central kept them company. And Belshazzar just hitting the ball wide. So Joan Belshazzar almost getting his name on a score sheet. Dwight Quintero, Ryan Moore, some of the tall figures, and Brent Sam, sorry, not Hector Sam, but Brent Sam, some of the taller players for Defence Force looking to win this aerial battle. Wouldn't bet against them to score off the header, but the corner could have been better, but still, this is another chance over the bar. 2 bites of the cherry. The ball played back across for Balshazar, his second effort, just seconds coming on, and Balshazar came on and quickly got the armband, the captain's armband, over the bar. Balshazar. Very rare you see a player coming on as a substitute and he takes the armband, and the player who had the armband on at the start of the game is still on the pitch. That's because Balshazar is a regular captain, but he started on the bench today. But this is central looking. This is for Moses Jaikaran, who scored a winner last week versus Maruga. Ball is played inside to Maloney. Maloney back outside on the wing to Rivers. Rivers looking for, well, he eventually finds the goalkeeper, but he was actually looking for the striker, Jason Joseph. Looking to spread it wide. This is Wiley. Wiley looking to charge forward, looking for Maloney. Dylan sends Jaikaran, but well shielded here. But Jaikaran keeps him under some pressure. Sedu looking to turn away from his man, does partially well, but the ball is now on the far side. Looking for Dylan, but well defended there by Curtis Gonzalez. Defence Force leading 2-0. 2 goals from Boatswain in the first half. 77 minutes gone. Defence Force, the reigning Ascension Tournament champions. This shot is over the bar. Another shot that we would have seen going over the bar in this game. Again from Central Soccer World. Ryan Frederick, the captain for Central Soccer World, in your picture. Another change for Central Soccer World. We are seeing the introduction of the number 16. We'll try to get that name for you. I'm not seeing any number 16 on the team sheet that we have here, but it could be either Burnett or Sinclair, because we are seeing 2 number 5s in our team sheet. Confirmation of the substitute that was made. Enel was slow in responding and coming out for the ball, trying to put his centre back Curtis Gonzalez in a spot of bother. is Burnett would have come on as a number 16 for Burnett would have come on as a number 16 for Central Soccer World. Just get that confirmation for you. Here's another effort but cleared. 80 minutes gone. Defense force holding on to a 2-0 lead and 3 points. Goddard to Belshazzar. Belshazzar back to Goddard. An illegal tackle on Belshazzar. Seydou, the tall figure of Seydou, now getting back on his feet. A hard tackle by Jason Joseph, who committed the infringement. A ball aimed at Ryan Moore. Jai Karan and Felix battling. Jason Joseph looking, but he plays it into the part of Moore. This is Jai Karan. Back to Jason Joseph for Central Soccer World. Trying to start something there. This is Moore. Moore has some support in Felix. He uses him now. Felix looking for Belshazzar, but just overweighted, and the goalkeeper Isaiah Williams will come out and he plays it into the part of Jason Joseph. Burnett loses out to Belshazzar. Belshazzar, Seydou. Some touches that is falling for now. Moses Jai Karan, the 25-year-old former UTT player, he turns away from Moore. The ball played to the part of the goalkeeper. Jai Karan is complaining he was brought down in the box, but away from the play, and the referee didn't see. Nothing wrong with that tackle. A battle in the far side of the field. A throw for Mikel Alexander for Central Soccer World. Dylan with a long distance shot that went wide. 84 minutes gone. Dylan, well, at least he got the ball to stay low, but not on target. Referee not happy with something. He asks the goalkeeper to get on with it. Dwight Quintero. Dwight battling, but loses out. And here comes Central Soccer World. This is Jai Karan on the right. He cuts inside and looks for... And this is not a good time to fall. Come on now. Meloni getting a ball on a platter from Jaikaran. Leon to Jaikaran. Jaikaran has been involved ever since he came on in the second half. You can see the difference with Central Soccer World since Jaikaran came on. Some extra firepower. A couple more members of the crew made this broadcast possible. It's Defence Force leading 2-0. Boatswain made a lead possible with a double strike in the first half. Ball played towards the goalkeeper. The Defence Force assistant coaches looking on. Curtis Gonzalez would look on as the ball will go harmlessly over the line. Just under 3 minutes, just under 3.5 minutes with whatever stoppage time there is to be played for this game to be over, and for Defence Force to collect their 3 points to go level with Lahokita Rangers, who they drew with last week on 4 points, and just 2 behind Canupia FC, who earlier beat Central FC 3-1 behind a hat-trick from Kevon Woodley, and Boatswain, who is here now, is just 1 goal away from his own hat-trick. Leon with a long throw in the direction of the green shirts, but Jaikaran is here on the right for Central. Leon back to trying to find for the second time Jason Joseph, but Defence Force is defending. This is Jason Joseph looking to get the ball inside. Defence Force will just be playing around. I don't know what that throw was intended for, but Jason Joseph looking to spread the ball far. This is Paris. Paris is battling. As he support on the right, this is Rivers. Rivers looking to push it inside, but not getting it close to a green shirt. Defence Force in their traditional yellow and blue. Comfortably shields the ball over the line. 88 minutes gone. Defence Force behind a double from Boatswain. They are leading Central Soccer World here at the Arima Velodrome. Quintero trying to send Sam with that glancing header. Here's Central. Dylan looking to go back to Rivers. So as I mentioned, Boatswain was 1 away from his hat-trick before he was taken off. As this ball is going across the line, Boatswain, the double strike from him. That has Defence Force leading 2-0. This is in your picture, that was Jaikaran. Jaikaran looking for support from Jason Joseph. 4 minutes stoppage time. That's the time that the fourth official says will be added on. Ball bouncing around, not cleared. This is Seydou to Belshazzar trying to free Sam Quintero back to, something is opening up for Defence Force, looking, but an overweighted pass. This is Ryan Moore. Try to get past two, but he has it still. Uses a support in Felix. Is there time for Defence Force to get a third? This is Goddard to Quintero. Here comes Maloney for Central. Aimed at Dillon. Curtis Gonzalez takes care of that. Seydou, Felix on the left. A bad touch here that allows to come into play, but this is Wiley Leon. Leon looking to not touch. Don't know what he was trying to be cute. Goddard turns away from his man. Defence Force happy to just be knocking the ball around. They are leading 2-0. The ball aimed at Dwight Quintero. A minute and 40 seconds to go in this game. Defence Force will join Central team Kanupe FC on 4 points, and they will trail Lahokita Rangers. They will join Lahokita Rangers on 4 points, and they will trail Kanupe on 6 points. So Kanupe on top of the table with 6 points. Defence Force will now, by virtue of this win, will go and join Rangers on 4. Police, after losing yesterday, are on 3. AC Port of Spain will be on 2. Sunday's game, Maruga and Westford, they both lost their opening matches last week, so they will be looking to get their first points. Just seconds on the clock between Defence Force and Central Soccer World. The referee will be looking at his clock. Just 20 seconds again according to the clock. Felix will take his time, not in any hurry. Not like Central Soccer World could score 2 goals in 10 seconds. The 4 minutes has completed. The referee is looking at his watch. He has the whistle at his mouth. He blows. That's the end of the game. Defence Force will join Lahokita Rangers on 4 points because of a double from Boatswain, who scored the 2 goals for Defence Force in the first half. They beat Central Soccer World, who are stuck on 3 points with Police. It's a totally different lineup that Central Soccer World would have met. So it's not a case of David slaying Goliath, as the 20-something time national champions Defence Force gets a 2-0 win over Central Soccer World here at the Arima Velodrome. It's Ascension Football right here, so we'll just wait to see some of the highlights, to relive some of the moments in the last 45 minutes. as Defense Force beat Central Soccer World to 2-1. So let's look at some of the highlights. A strong tackle from Goddard, I think. Yes, that was Goddard with a strong tackle. Some shirt pulling. Michael Alexander on Sidhu. Ryan Moore looking for the chance to score. Could have done better. I maintain that. Good save from Enel, who needed to make sure that the ball was played. Ball put across the face of the goal for Belshazzar. One of the corners that was given too much air, and Belshazzar over the bar from close range. Sam across the park. This is in the first half when Boatswain scored. This is Boatswain again when he was played on by Sam again. So Sam with the 2 assists for Boatswain. Defense Force showing some force as they win here at the Arima Velodrome. Defense Force 2, Central Soccer World 1. Thank you for joining us. Good evening.